bringing it more to kind of a logistics or transportation,
Yeah.
point of view. I mean, it's this whole area of online, grocery shopping and home delivery. And certainly that's not new. It's been going on for a few
Right.
years. You've got companies like Peapod and Instacart that have been doing it. But it's still, at least here in the United States, it's still a relatively short, small percentage
Right.
of the grocery, spending market. I mean, do you believe that this deal will change the way we, shop for groceries and have it delivered? I mean, what will Amazon, do differently to maybe change the trajectory of online grocery shopping and delivery?
Well, I wondered, I mean, first thing I thought about was because Instacart, I don't know this for sure, but what I understand is a huge percentage of their business is the Whole Foods business. So I was like, I wonder if they're going to end up buying Instacart as well. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. They don't, that size merger and acquisition happens, it seems like, on a weekly basis for them. But it's interesting to me that those organizations didn't do better, because go back to my last comment. I mean, the reason it's order online and pick up in store is because it's temperature sensitive, it's perishable, it's frozen, it's reefer food, whatever it is. And so the old model doesn't work. You can't leave it on the porch and just get there when you get there. It has to be, stored. It has to follow sort of the cold chain, if you will. But those services got rid of that by saying, I want it at 11, or I want it at 1, I want it at 3. And within that 1 hour window, they're going to deliver. And I think that we've used them, and I think they're solid and they work. I even think there's parts of the technology that are really good. I mean, the way they communicate when they start shopping, the way they text pictures of substitutions when they're out of what you wanted. I mean, all that kind of stuff. I feel like there's a piece of the technology that works really well. But it's, first of all, it's very expensive. I mean, you literally have one shopper for one consumer going through the store, driving to a house and delivering it. And so to end up making that financial model work ends up being very expensive for the consumer. And the other piece of it, though, is that there's no leverage, right? There's no leverage of scale. And I wonder if some way Amazon, with their technology, and the way they command data, do they crack that code? And what I mean is delivering within or doing 7 or 8 deliveries within a neighborhood or a network or whatever, so that it's not a 1-for-1, it's a 10-for-1 or something, where you start to get, and then the pricing makes sense and the value proposition starts to make sense. But it's interesting. I think that for a lot of people, their lives are even so busy that they feel tied down when they give that 4 o'clock window, and they're like, well, crap, now I can't do this, or I can't go do that because I got to be home because my groceries are getting delivered. They almost don't want that. And that's why they wind up back to where the executive said, they wind up as order online, pick up in store, because they want to be able to do it exactly on their schedule. They don't want to be tied down to a 1 hour window where they have to be home. So
Right.
It's interesting.